Before I explain what Mateophil is, I need to introduce two terms, baseline and philosophical template. A baseline is a new starting point. A philosophical template is a customizable philosophy. Mateophil is a philosophical template you can use as a baseline to create your personal philosophy. Mateophil itself is a standard philosophy. It guides you in further development of your personal philosophy. Here is the first lesson in Mateophil. When you look into the mirror, don't see yourself only as an individual, but also see yourself as a complex business unit. Run your business of the self professionally by doing three things. These three things should give your business of the self more organization, no self-serving bias, and less interference. Remember long ago when your parents told you something that you knew it was not correct, but they stuck to it because it served their own interests? That's self-serving bias. When what you say is based on your self-serving bias, you make other people feel less about what you have to say. Again, you can run your business of the self professionally by doing the following three things. First, organize your business of the self as several departments. Second, stop running your business of the self without external help. For example, from a mentor or from a philosophical template such as Mateophil itself. Third, learn to speak Thumoslang, short for Thumos language, which provides shared understanding of terms, but at a level of granularity much finer than traditionally expected. When you speak Thumoslang, you ensure that your mentor, your family, and your friends fully understand how to effectively avoid interfering with your business of the self. Doma, that means self-declared truths. Long ago, you heard something like this from your mother. It is true because I say so. That's an example of dogma. When you declare it to be the truth, which could not be proven by others, you create a dogma. Here's what Steve Jobs said about it. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the result of other people's thinking. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. That does not mean you should avoid using facts already discovered by other people. Using facts is not the same as using other people's thinking. What a doctor tells you is not his thinking, but a set of facts gathered from the knowledge of medicines. You need to work with facts, not dogma. Mateophil is a set of facts gathered from various fields of study, including psychology, philosophy, and other academic disciplines. However, the facts presented by Mateophil are curated in service of your personal philosophy. Without Mateophil as a philosophical template, you may be running your business of the self based on dogma. When you run a business based on dogma and fake news instead of facts and data, you do not let your business stay ahead of the game and become more and more competitive. When you run your business of the self based on dogma and fake news instead of facts and data, You cannot run at the highest speed towards what you truly want to become. Mateophil is necessary because it gives you a set of facts your personal philosophy can use to keep yourself from being trapped by Doma, to keep yourself from wasting your time living someone else's life. Your personal philosophy is your way of life, but you cannot create it by yourself. No one can create their personal philosophy alone. That's because you cannot believe in your own philosophy without first testing it in real life, in person, and with other people. In order to fully understand our philosophy, Mateo, in order to fully express your personal version, you need to speak Thumos. That's Thumos. Thumos language is the nomenclature of Mateo. Mateo philosophy tells you how to use Thumos as its language. Thumos language tells you how to explain the mechanics of Mateo. Both Mateo philosophy and Thumos language work closely together. There are many ways to get started with Mateophil. One way is to learn the following 3 terms from Thumoslang: journey, success, and wealth. In December 2018, that's how Shabelle Hackham, a teenager of Providence, Rhode Island, got started with Mateophil. Here is his story in his own words.
Nick told me a couple of definitions that blew my mind. I looked at the concepts a different way. Journey, wealth, and success. He told me that journey meant self-discovery. Success, peer recognition. And wealth, that means passive income. In the beginning, I thought that journey was just an adventure that you take in life, but turns out I've taken a lot of adventures, but in reality, I've never had a journey before in my life. Success, it's pure recognition, but I've accomplished a lot of goals, and that's what I thought success really meant. Really, I accomplished a lot of goals, and even then, I still don't have any success. Here's what I believe. Without knowing what wealth is, it's nearly impossible to become wealthy. It's like saying you want to become president but know nothing about the White House. That's why the first step to create wealth from empty hands is to understand what wealth means. Wealth means passive income. I thought that wealth meant being rich or having a lot of money. That's why I worked myself to death, 60 hours per week, 2 different employers. I'm still not wealthy. I'm still a teenager. Basically, I have empty hands. I am determined to figure out how to create wealth from empty hands, but systematically. That means if I can do it, so can you. There are 100 steps. I told you the first step already. I'm not an expert with wealth building, but you can start a book now regardless of your age. You can start creating wealth now even if you're a teenager. I'm a teenager, but I want to start now. So can you. This can all be done right now, and we can do it together. So join me. Start with a comment below and introduce yourself. If you want, we can work with one another directly.